Listen, there's no need to do bad theology, and there's every reason to do good thinking. God created everything. Everything that exists, everything that we know that exists, everything we don't know that exists, everything that's possible, everything that's going to come into existence, everything that's perished. God simply knows everything in an absolute manner. Also, because God is the creator of everything, he's not bound by what he creates. So when he creates something, he's not bound by the laws of his creation. For example, you see this lamp behind me, that's made by a human being. Of course, you're going to say, well, it's made by a human being because we know that nothing comes into existence without a creator. So although you haven't seen the person make that lamp, you know through reasoning that it's impossible for something to come into creation without a creator. So you've reasoned that that lamp exists because somebody made it. Second thing, when we make something, we're not bound by what we make. So the person who made a lamp, he doesn't need to look like a light. He doesn't need to have a circular shape. He doesn't need to have a stand. He doesn't need to have some wires connected to him because he's different from what he creates. God is completely different from what he creates. And if he creates time, for example, then he is not bound by time. In other words, there is no past, present, or future for God. God simply knows. His eternal knowledge knows everything. There isn't a time when God will know something. God just knows everything. And I know that's mind-bending, but to be truly God, and this is my third point, to be a true God means that you must know everything. And there's no limit to your knowledge. Their knowledge has no limited nature to it. It's absolute. Because if God knew certain things and he didn't know certain things, that would imply ignorance. And God, of course, cannot be ignorant. He is knowledgeable. He knows everything. He's omnipotent. He's omnipresent. He knows everything. So if you just think about this for a second, it makes sense that God knows everything. He knows what's going to happen to us. And when we say future and God knows the future, we're saying it from our perspective. Because from God, there is no future. God simply knows. We're looking at it from our perspective and we're saying God knows the future, but God knows our future. From his perspective, he just knows. There's no past, present, or future. So when you do good theology and good reasoning, life becomes easy for you. There's no need to stress and you can live happily.